Hello everybody, welcome back to Easy Weeknight Cooking with Heart's Desire Spice Blends. We have a new blend of the month and we are going to give you a really great enchilada recipe. So what are we going to be needing? Of course we're going to need our new blend of the month, Mexican chili powder, 4 ounces of diced green chilies, 2.5 ounces of sliced olive, 1 15 to 16 ounce can of tomato sauce, about 4 to 5 ounces of whole green chilies. There's a reason for this. About 1.5 pounds of already prepared meat. And trust me guys, do this with leftovers. It's so good. Leftover roast is fabulous. 1 small onion. I've taken the liberty of chopping most of this already. And 1 pound of cheese. Cheddar, Mexican mix, whatever floats your boat. We're going to get started with the sauce. I love this stuff. Why? Because it's so easy. We're going to need our tomato sauce and our Mexican chili powder. Look at that stuff. Oh my gosh, it smells so great. So what we're going to do, put this together in a saucepan. Just the chili powder and the tomato sauce. Let it simmer for about 5 minutes. You're done. You have enchilada sauce. It's amazing. You get to control the salt. You get to control the ingredients. And you get really great flavors. So there is our tomato sauce. And our chili powder goes right on in. And there you go. We're going to stir this up, put it on high heat, and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. And then we take it off heat and start cooking the rest of our enchiladas. So that is well stirred. So meanwhile, what are we going to do? We are going to chop up the rest of our onion. If you happen to not have some sort of prepared meat on hand, then feel free to use 1.5 pounds of burger, 1.5 pounds of stew meat, whatever you've got on hand, and go ahead and saute the onions with it. Make sure it's brown and, mostly done. So we're going to start with the onion, and we're going to actually put the onion inside our enchiladas. So you're going to want to cut it really to the size that your family desires. And me, I'm not doing a super fine chop. I'm not doing a real rough chop. I'm actually doing relatively small-ish pieces. So we can just put that aside. While our enchilada sauce over here gets a little on the warm side. We like that. Now, if you guys can your own sauce and such like that, please feel free to use this recipe to can your own enchilada sauce. And trust me, you won't be disappointed. By the way, there's no sage in this, so it should can without getting bitter. And we do have a little bit of action here. I'm going to turn down the heat or else we're going to have splatters everywhere. So do be careful of that. This will splatter. You really want to simmer this no more than about 5 minutes. Once it gets warm, if you're warming it up from stone cold, it starts burbling a little bit. Honestly, you can take it off heat at that point because guess what? We're going to be cooking this further and all those flavors are going to have a chance to marry, my darlings. So we can put that aside for now and bring out a 9x9 pan. Yeah, we're going to put between a quarter cup and a 1/3 cup of our new enchilada sauce right in the bottom of the pan and spread it around. This is wonderful stuff. It keeps the tortillas from burning and just adds a little extra flavor to the bottom of your dish as well. Go ahead and spread that all over the bottom of your pan just like so. Now is when just for tortillas at the moment. If you want to toast these, go for it. It is not necessary, but it makes things taste a little bit better maybe. We're going to start off with 1 tortilla, and we've got to work quickly with this or else our tortillas start falling apart. At this point, you're going to grab some tongs. You're going to have everything right out in front of you to be able to just put everything in your tortilla. We're going to use about 1/4 of the meat, 1/4 of the onion, 1/4 of the olives, and diced green pepper at a time, and about a palmful of cheese. So lay your tortilla in, grab some of your meat, and layer that right in that crevice. There we go. Grab some onions, grab some olives, grab some diced green chilies, and grab about a palmful of cheese, sprinkle that in, and now we roll it up. Try to get it nice and tight if you can. If you cannot, well, it'll be tasty anyway. Now, if you really want to do cheater enchiladas, this is so not salt-free this other way. Frozen burritos instead of making your own enchilada like this. Me, I think this tastes a whole ton better. Okay, get me about a palmful of cheese there and wrap it up. I need 2 more of these puppies and lay it on in there. We're kind of running out of some room, so I'm going to scooch these this way, and that'll tighten things up a little bit. Some more meat, and that's what it's going to look like before you wrap it up. Put that one in like so. There you go. And put in our meat. Go. The rest of our onion. And if you have anything left over, like onion or some of your olives or anything like that, I don't know that you should, but if you do, you can always put that on top after you get everything else in. Get me a little bit of cheese and go ahead and roll that puppy. Get it nice and tight. Now, at this point, we actually have some really good looking stuff. There you go. This looks wonderful. I love this. It smells fantastic. Now is when we go for those whole green chilies. And there are 2 left in this. And what we're going to do is we are going to split these in half. This is your whole green chili. And we're going to just kind of open it up and it'll split really easy along the grain. There you go. One way, one the other, and do it again. So there you go. There, the chili's right on top. This is wonderful. Now, the next thing we're going to do is put the rest of our enchilada sauce right on top. Pour that stuff in. Fill in the nooks and crannies and smooth it on out. Oh man, this looks awesome. Oh man, reminiscent of childhood right here. So there you go. There's the sauce. And now, top with cheese. And if you're like me, be liberal with the cheese. Definitely be liberal with the cheese. This is so good. So there we go. So these here will go into a 350 oven for about 45 minutes or until cheese has browned to perfection. And this, my friends, is so worth it. So now the challenge here is usually to find where these things split. You find an end and then you kind of move your spatula back and forth like so in order to find where the edge of the enchilada is. So go ahead and give yourself a couple of stabs into the dish there. The first one is always the hardest to take out. It usually gets scrambled. Would you look at that? Oh, yum. We have ourselves a beautiful enchilada here. We've got ourselves some of the filling came out. Ooh. Oh, yum. You can definitely taste that Mexican chili powder in there. There's a little bit of heat back here, but it's not really intense, which is why I love the Mexican chili powder. It may taste like enchiladas, but it's not going to put your mouth on fire. Not unless you've got a really tender tongue. So this is wonderful. The tortillas have softened and just become that beautiful texture. Tomato sauce makes it a little sweet, and so, but there's still this wonderful just warmth about it. So this month, our Mexican chili powder is on sale. It's 15% off. So go ahead and head over to our store or find us at a farmer's market near you here in Oregon. And we will absolutely show you the what's what and what you can do with these incredible spices. So you guys have a great night. Keep things tasty, and we will see you next